Good day children. Today in this video we will revise Poetic device. I have revised two poems. One, The Hero by Rabindranath Tagore and In the Bazaars of Hyderabad by Sarojini Naidu. I would suggest you to keep your books with you, your textbooks with you while seeing this video. The Hero by Rabindranath Tagore. So first children, before writing the poetic device, first the easiest way to find three things: rhyme, rhyming scheme and stanza. Yes? So the first thing you will write is rhyming scheme. Yes? So it is very easy to identify also. Okay? Now here in this poem is a narrative poem which is like a story. Yes? So there is no rhyming scheme at all. There is no particular rhyming scheme here. Yes? The poem has been written in free verse. There is no rhyme scheme and the length of the lines varies. Even the stanza are not of equal length. So you will write it as the poem has been written in free verse. Okay? Next, simile. Simile is common poetic device. The subject of the poem is described by comparing to another object or subject using the word, comparing word as or like. Okay, in metaphor we don't use this word as or like, but in simile we do use this. Okay, so what is the simile here in this poem? It would be like a story in the book. This sentence from the poem: he compares his imagination like a story in the book. So what is he comparing to what? He compares his imaginations like a story in a book. Yes? Next, personification. Personification is a poetic device where animals, plants or even inanimate objects are given human quality. In simple words, transferring human quality to an inanimate object. Yes? Here the poet has transferred human quality to a land and he is saying that the land is looking sad. So in this sentence, the land is desolate and barren. What is the meaning? The land is looking sad and empty. Yes? Repetition. So what is repetition? Using of the word. It can be a word, it can be a phrase or clause. Yes? A number of times with the purpose of empathize or to provide unity to the poem. So what has been given here in this poem? You come out, kiss me, press me to your heart, and you say to yourself. So the word you is been described again and again. The word you has been said again and again. For what? Here the poet uses the repetition of the word you by describing his mother. You has been described to his mother. That how she feels happy and proud to see her son after he won the battle. So, what is her mother feeling? His mother is feeling that his mother is feeling like very proud to see her son after he won the battle. That is why he is stressing the word you. You come out and kiss me, press me to your heart, and you say to yourself. That is why he is stressing this word again and again. So the next poetic device, imagery. Imagery is used to make readers perceive things. Perceive is to feel things involving their five senses. So what do we feel here in this poem? The use of strong imagery in the poem enables the reader to feel the images appealing to the sense of sight, such as what all we see in this poem, children. The poet uses vivid imagery, that is strong imagery, both as he describes the dark and dangerous country and as he describes the villain. He is describing dark and dangerous countries and he is describing the villains. Next, the poet describes the country as dark and dim. He also mentions that there is a river bank nearby and talks of spiky grasses and broken paths. So what all these things form into? All of the visual details mentioned above help to shed more light on the images in the boy's mind. So what do we see here? We just see what is there in the boy's mind. We all imagine this. We all visualize this. This is called as visual imagery. You will write it as, in this poem, visual imagery has been found. So what are the lines you are finding it as? The first line, what is he saying? Dark and dangerous country. Next, he is describing the villains. Next, dark and dim country. Again, he is describing the country. Next, he is talking about spiky grasses and broken paths. And he is saying there is a river bank nearby. So, these are the visual details mentioned above help to shed more light on the images in the boy's mind. Bazaars of Hyderabad by Sarojini Naidu. So, before writing the poetic device, what you need to identify first? Rhyme scheme. So, what is the rhyming scheme here in this poem? A, B, C, B, C, B. So, this particular rhyme scheme has been followed throughout the poem. Yes? Next, simile. Like comparing word using like or as. Yes? Bells for the feet of blue pigeons, feral as a dragonfly's wing. So, in these two sentences from the poem defines that it has a simile. So, what is that? The poet has compared something to something else. So, what has she compared here? Here, the poet compares the delicate golden bells to dragonflies' wings, as both are fragile. Fragile is like it can break easily. Yes, that is why she is comparing the dragonfly's wing with the bells of blue pigeon. Yes, next, metaphor. Here we will not use the word like or as. Like or as is a comparison word, so we will not use this in metaphor. Yes, there is a metaphor too, an indirect comparison between two different things where there is a point of similarity. So what is the similarity here? To perfume the sleep of the dead, the silence and senseless condition of a dead man is compared to sleep. So what has been compared here? The silence and senseless condition of a dead person has been compared to sleep. Yes? Imagery. So what is an imagery? Imagery is to perceive things, to feel things with our five senses. What are the five senses we are having? Smell, taste, touch, hear and see. Visual. Okay? The first thing you can see, you can smell here. What is that? There is smell of sandalwood, henna, spice which are been grinded by the maidens. Next, taste. Crinton, pomegranate and plum can be tasted. Next, to touch. Everything can be touched. Hear. The playing of sitar, sarangi and drum can be heard here. Yes. Next, visual. To see. Everything can be seen. So this is how you will write the poetic device. Thank you, children.